Hello, everybody, and welcome to our behind the scenes. This is our experimental stream with the creators of Restream Studio, and we are going to talk a little bit about the product, about how Restream team looks and feels, and of course, answer any questions that you have. So it's a little bit of meet and greet and get to know each other. Hi, guys. It's so good to see you here. Hi, Sergey, Max, and Alex. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
Anya.
Hi. Awesome. So yeah, just like I said, we are going to run this little experiment of just kind of casual conversations with different teams on Restream side of things, because we did run a quick poll in Restream Facebook community, and a lot of people said that they would like to meet the people behind Restream products, and of course, would like to kind of know a little bit more about how our team looks and what our people are all about. So I guess we will start with little introductions, and I will ask you all one by one to introduce yourselves, tell us a little bit about what you do at Restream, what's your role, and for a little bit of history, what were you doing before you joined Restream? So what's your background? And I guess I'll start. So just to make it a little easier. So I'm Anya. I'm currently in charge of influencer marketing and product marketing at Restream. I'm based in Austin, Texas. I'm originally from Europe, actually Moscow, Russia. And I've been with Restream for a little over 3.5 years. And before Restream, I was working at incubators for startups, video game companies, and I actually own my own little business in Russia for translation, like a little translation agency. So that's my story. I'm very happy to be at Restream. I love our studio product, and that's why I am interviewing the studio team today, because it's my favorite part of what Restream has built so far. All right, let's pass the mic over to Max.
Yeah, hi. First of all, thanks for joining us. I'm Max. I'm front-end engineer at Restream, working primarily on Studio, and I'm focusing on user experience and everything related to that. So, yeah, happy to be here with you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Max. This is really cool. All right, Alex, would you like to introduce yourself next?
Yeah, sure. So, hey everyone, my name is Alex. Currently, I am responsible for Restream product and everything related to that, and studio as well. So, I have interesting story behind, but I will tell you just a short version. We meet Andrew and Alex on some of our previous company, which we were building and failed. And on the end of that period, on the end of that path, we created a Restream. After that, our roads go in different ways. And in 1 year, I joined it back. And currently, I'm at Restream for more than 5 years already. So, hey everyone.
Awesome. This is so exciting to put the name on the face and to kind of see the people behind the product and the brand. Sergey, you're up next.
Yeah, hello. I'm one of the core studio engineers. Like the studio, my main responsibility, and I'm very glad that it's my main responsibility. uh, Before the stream, like my story is kind of long, and I don't like think that details are very interesting. But I have an opportunity to try myself in like various roles. We have like our team of professionals, and like we built different products, joined startups, helped companies, and like I was in the role of product designer, I was in the role of developer, and once I even tried myself in the role of game designer. So that's like this.
It's a cool story. Awesome. Well, thanks so much for sharing. And again, for those who are just joining us today, we are behind the scenes and we are meeting and greeting Restream Studio team, developers, product managers, and I'm just hosting that and helping to guide the content and the questions. Let's go ahead and acknowledge some of our chatters here. It's really good to see folks coming in from LinkedIn. I see Gabe is saying, how have you been able to maximize your reach using Restream Studio? We are definitely coming back to that question shortly. I see also Gabe is saying, cool to see everyone who is behind the amazing product I use with Restream. Gabe, thank you so much. This is making my day. I love that. Like this touch points and connection between the creators of the product and the actual final users. And Visna here is saying, hello from Croatia, my favorite country. I went there in summer. It was so beautiful. Anya, hello, Restream team. Thank you for wonderful product and regular updates. That is our goal, to keep you up to date and make sure that you are in tune with what we're doing and building. So, do you guys want to go ahead and take Gabe's question for how have you been able to maximize your reach using Restream? Anyone who wants to talk on that a little bit? I guess.
That's kind of a secret, so
It's
you
kind
should
of a
know.
secret.
Yeah, but like one of the ways is definitely pairs, like our new feature. It's not tied particularly to Studio. It's available in Restream as a whole. So, and this is something right now we are using because like we are all restreaming our streams to our own pages, like personal pages and so on. So, like all our friends can see the stream, for instance.
Yeah, absolutely. And to add on to the pairs part of things, the questions that we're seeing right now are actually coming from pair channels because I did pair with this stream, even though I'm one of the co-hosts, and those are amazing members of my own LinkedIn community. I welcome you with all my heart. It's so good to see you. And yeah, for those of you who are not familiar with pairs, it's one of our brand new features. I'm actually one of the product owners and leads, and I guess product champions, so to say, for that feature. The idea behind pairs is that we believe that it's easier to create content together. So, for example, right now you're seeing a good example of that. We have 4 people here, and it's kind of scary to go live solo for a lot of us in this room today. But also, it's a lot easier when it's a conversation, when you have one person kind of guiding and feeding you questions, and other people are helping you to create content with their knowledge and expertise. So, moving on from that, we realized that how wonderful would that be if you could go live on the channels of the guest experts, partners, co-marketers, sponsors, clients that you might be interviewing live on social media. And that's how pairs were born. And now we're offering this feature for our paid users primarily, and we are super excited to get your feedback on how going live and connecting the channels of your guest is boosting your views and helping you reach wider audiences. On that bright note, let's move on with our next question. So, I would love to talk about the most exciting feature or projects you guys had a chance to work on in the past 3 months. So, I kind of already naturally answered that question because of the Gabe's question, right? Like, what is the most exciting way to maximize your reach? So, my most exciting project in the past 3 months was pairs. What about you guys? Max, what do you think?
Yeah, actually, I try to remember the most exciting feature for me is background music because it attracts how your visual picture looks like. So you can grab all benefits from the music and integrate it into your video. So like yeah, and that's the most exciting one for me actually. So
Awesome. Let's go ahead and demo that. Whoever is in control. I'm like a guest
yeah,
here, so
okay.
I have to like.
Let me
Let's go ahead
share it
and
with you.
play. Here we
Yeah,
go. I love
yeah,
that, and you can also control the volume, right? Like you can make it a lot louder, so it
sure.
overpowers us, or we can make it a little kind of more of a background thing, right? That it's happening on the background. And the really cool part about this is that the background music is royalty free. It's basically a third party application that we're using, and it kind of generates music all the time in different genres that you can choose from. And you don't get any kind of copyright strikes, which is great. And you get to kind of spice up your stream. So I hope that answers the question that we just got. Great to see the heroes behind the product, you guys, and how exciting this is. What would you say is the most exciting recent new studio feature that you would recommend users to try in their next stream? So I definitely recommend trying pairs. Max right here is saying background music is your jam. What about you, Alex?
Sure.
What do you think?
Uh,
So it's very hard to choose one of the favorite feature because I love all of them, and I would say I like process how these features are born. So when you have a lot of items on your plate and you just decided and choose what will work for users, for technology, but definitely I like background music, our scheduling video feature. So I love Restream products, so all features.
I love that you mentioned scheduler because that's actually another great thing that for folks who are thinking about what should we try next, that's a great opportunity to kind of explore what happens if you upload a pre-recorded video to that picture perfect stream where you do not have a chance to mess up or say something wrong, and then schedule it at a specific time and then push it live. So you will take advantage of the algorithms of and platforms that are prioritizing live video content, while you'll remove all the stress and anxiety about being live. You can still jump in the chat and communicate with your viewers as they comment on the stream, but you don't have to worry about how you look and what you have to say. So that's a great recommendation from Alex right here. Thanks, guys. That's awesome. Sergio, I think we will still ask your opinion on what's the best feature out there.
Well, yeah, I second that. That's like it's very
That's
hard to
nice.
pick. But I will mention the thing that wasn't mentioned yet. It's RTMP source pool. It's like one of the more advanced features, but it's allow you to do like a kind of magic just by pulling your whole OBS stream, for instance, into Studio and like doing very heavy work, which is not available in browsers, like capturing your game or something like this, and that's really amazing.
Awesome. And I see there's a comment here from Visna. She's saying, I must say, the brand folders were a nice touch. I've been wanting for that for quite some time because I stream 2 different shows. This is wonderful, Visna. So thank you so much for mentioning that. That's one of our brand new features in the studio. Basically, for those who are not familiar, it allows you to organize your assets, such as your music, such as your videos, graphics, captions, logos, and all that good stuff into 5 different brand folders, right? Like, so if you have 5 different shows or 5 different clients that you work with, you can rearrange that. And then whenever you change the folder, your presets, Studio remembers them. And the things like what you're seeing right now, such as our Restream overlay logo, this beautiful virtual background behind us, and this purple color, the deep purple color, light purple color that we're using for captions and comments, are going to be always applied to the show. So no need to rearrange and change them, delete the old ones, add the new ones. And yeah, up to 5 brand folders today. And if you need more, let us know. We'll think about it. Beautiful. So let's go ahead and move with the next question. So we talked about the recent features that we recommend people to try, something that we were exciting on working. What is your one favorite Restream feature of all times? Who wants to start? Alex, yeah, let's do it.
So it's a hard question. I'm trying to find the best, but I would say the most excited and my favorite feature is the idea of multi-streaming itself. So we bring this idea to the market. We allow people to multi-stream to their channels, and right now we improve this idea, but by bringing pairs to the market, which could help get more views than only your social channels. So
Yeah,
I would
absolutely.
say multi-streaming, our multi-streaming core feature, and pairs, yes.
Yeah, so pairs is so much in line with the whole concept of multi-streaming that we have, right? Because what is Restream? It's like take your video and put it in as many places as you can. And pairs is kind of taking that to the next level. So not only your places and your people and your followers get to see that, but anyone else who you have a chance to collaborate with also gets to restream the content to their audiences. Good and powerful. Sergey, would you like to add on to that and point out your favorite feature of all times?
Yeah, I will cheat a bit because I had an opportunity to contribute to this feature. So I really like layouts in Studio and like how they're actually designed. It's very subtle, like how elements are placed, how they are sized, but they're very well thought, and transitions how they're happening. Like it's like motion design. So we are just doing a lot of work to make sure that like nothing intersects, that everything is very beautiful, and I like the synergy of like motion design and engineering here. So this is why.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I was going to suggest let's go ahead and demo because we have 4 people here, 4 squares of videos, so we can actually show as I'm speaking 6 different layouts. So this is one, and we have our little guys right there. It's so cute. They're so tiny. And we have this option where you show a little bit more of a background, especially if it's branded. That's a really good opportunity. Then, of course, the presentation mode. Instead of me, it should probably be your deck, but you can also have a person, right? Like, so there's a lot of different options and applications here. And of course, our typical equal mode. And the one that we started with, I actually like that a lot too. The when you have like one key speaker on the side and then you have like folks around it. And then my least favorite is actually the selfie mode, like the one that puts us all in like just selfie like squares. I don't know if that's still available there. Let's see if we can do that. I think it's the second from the first. Or this one. So yeah, maybe it doesn't do the selfie mode for more than 3 people. So that is the option. These are the options that you have in terms of layouts, and of course, more people you have, like more different variations you get. So yeah, that's really cool. I would love to go to the chat because there's some amazing questions out there, and I would love to address them. So Gabe is asking here. So what are some of the qualities that Restream looks for as a company when being in new creators, bringing in new creators, developers, and personalities? I love that question. This is so cool. Alex, would you like to get started in terms of who you're looking for your product and development team? And I'll talk a little bit more about creators and personalities that we're working with.
It's a very good question because it's a big challenge for us to find right people to the team. Because we are looking for creative people, responsible people. Yeah, and also would be awesome if these people have experience with streaming or know about streaming market something. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking for kind of like a good combination of right attitude. Definitely people who have experience with startup environments. So operating in the high levels of uncertainty, very dynamic, ever changing, very agile and flexible, and yet very innovative, curious, and passionate about what they do. So that in terms of that's I think what kind of like sums up the hiring, and definitely expertise. We're looking the best people for the best people in the market who have amazing abilities, like extraordinary skills, and that's kind of what we are when it comes to hiring, right? When it comes to creators and personalities, a lot of same things, to be honest. People who are passionate about live video and live streaming, people who have established communities in the world of live video marketing, people who are teaching others how to break through in the world of live streaming, right? And of course, we're looking for people with various level of like various sizes of communities, people who have really big YouTube channels and LinkedIn followers, as well as smaller micro influencers that very niche and targeted, like folks who are specifically working with educating people and teaching them how to start their live series or video production. So definitely different industries. We have people who are streaming with us, their church services. We have marketers and entrepreneurs. We have DJs and musicians. So all kinds of people in industries that we are looking to collaborate with and and bring the opportunity to stream to their communities. Good stuff. There is another question that I definitely want to take, and that's going to be for either Sergey or Max. The website indicates that multi-camera support will be coming soon for premium and business users. That is awesome. What can you tell us about that, and how will that work? Sergey or Max, whoever wants to take the first one on this. That's a great question.
Yeah, sure. Like we can disclosure details for now, like for sure. But yeah, we like have plans and like we see what demand we have for this feature. Like because like we see a use case where users want to have multiple participants. But like there was some changes because like COVID started and it changed the environment, and like we saw much less users actually being in the same room. So you know we just had to more concentrate on better online experience. So this is why it was pushed further, but we are still looking into it.
Awesome. Yeah, Max, anything else you would like to add to this, to the multi-camera,
Yeah,
and like how much do you hear about that, the value that it could bring?
yeah. I just want to say that it's quite a needed feature, but we should keep that level of consistency and simplicity of the system. So it definitely should be easy in adoption. So yeah, we just investigating how easy we can integrate it into the product. So stay tuned.
Awesome. Good stuff. And there's so many good questions from Gabe. Let's go ahead and briefly touch on them as well. So Gabe is asking, what features do you believe make your product head and shoulders about the competition? I think that's the question of differentiators. What are the things that Restream has that no one else on the market is offering today? And I can start a little bit with things like, of course, pairs, right? Like, of course, Restream Pairs is one of the huge differentiators. No other live streaming solution, desktop or browser based, is currently offering anything like that. So Restream is the only way to stream on your guest channels as of today. That's quite a big differentiator. In addition to that, I would say that Restream is the company of inventors. I don't know how many of you guys know, but the concept of multi-streaming was actually made by our co-founders, like Alex and Andrew, when they started Restream 6 years ago back in Kiev, Ukraine. They had that big vision that the future of content is live, it's interactive, and people will want to go to as many places as possible. So they would not want to go live to only on Twitch or only on YouTube. And they came up with this great idea that, yeah, we should build a tool that lets you stream everywhere and aggregate chat and comments from all the platforms in one place. So inventors and pairs are my choices. What do you guys think we should add to that list of differentiators?
Well, I definitely would add that it's not only about like the features; it's also about execution. Because like you can have a lot of features, but if they're working poorly, uh, what like what's the sense? And this is something we are always paying a special attention. So this one.
Yeah, totally. Absolutely. Max, would you like to add something to that? Like any of your favorite differentiators?
And it's tricky because I'm really proud how we work with users, how empathy we are, and what we do for them. So yeah, yeah, the most like the most big differentiator from others. So yeah.
I couldn't agree more. Users first is our mission and our vision. That's the DNA of our company. That's why some of you might notice, the ones who were part of our communities for a long time, that a lot of times we would collect your feedback and feature requests, and then very often we will release them because you guys asked for that, right? Like the brand folders is a great example of that. Disna was mentioning earlier that she was looking forward to that feature for a long time. And we actually got that idea from the community. We took it from our users and implemented that so you guys have that option that makes your life easier when it comes to live streaming. So definitely big thing that we think about. I would probably add to that the number of platforms that we're supporting and the abilities of combinations of those platforms, like how many Facebook channels you can go live on, how many groups and pages you can add on, and how many different YouTubes and Twitters you can toss into one live stream is pretty unique for us, because we're proudly supporting over 30 different platforms and destinations all over the world, different times, different regions, and different types of platforms, from gaming ones like Steam and Bilibili to professional ones like LinkedIn. So I definitely see that that's something that puts us ahead of other alternative software solutions and options. But yes, user first, innovators, and lots of new cool stuff that no one else has coming soon. So awesome. I love the pairs option. So good to see those comments, guys. This is beautiful. We are going to go ahead and move forward with our next question, because I like to ask people, since we mentioned users first, since we mentioned how in tune we are with our creators and community, I like to ask people about the most exciting and interesting streams that you have seen. Because as developers, as product owners, and product managers in the studio, you definitely see a lot of stuff that is made with our product, right? So what were some interesting examples of something that people are streaming that you recently had a chance to see? Let's start with Sergey.
Yeah, my entry will be short. It's definitely about projector. It's probably not that well known to our current auditory, but it's like one of the top educational institutes in Ukraine, and I was like very excited to see that they're using Studio and like streaming their event, and I was amazed like how good quality of the stream, because it's like just a decent piece of equipment and like proper lighting and just a browser, and here it is, like awesome stream.
Awesome. Awesome. That's a good one. I like that. Max, what do you think? What's your favorite interesting streaming experience that you witnessed recently?
I just remember that one, and it's really exciting. Probably you interviewed him. It's Harry Mack, and each stream of him is really fun because he just makes us happier. Okay. Yeah, I really a big fan of him.
Awesome. Yeah, Harry Mack. He is the rapper, or I guess
Freestyle.
rapper,
Yeah.
freestyle rapper. He actually became known, like originally he became known for rapping the things that he can see on the street. I believe it was on Venice Beach in California. He just had his little shop set up on the street, and he would just rap about things that he see, like people who are walking around, like what they're wearing, the shops, the comments they're making, the cars driving by. And then when things kind of changed with the pandemic, he had to take his talent and abilities online, and he really went up in terms of his growth in audience by using Restream and freestyle rapping from the chat messages. So people would give him the cues, right? Like 3 different words, and he would introduce those words into his song. So basically rap about the things that people are chatting him. So Restream was an essential part of his experience because more people from different platforms could give him the cues. More exciting and difficult the rapping experience would be for him. And we did interview him. You can check out that interview on our YouTube channel as well as on our Facebook. It was really exciting because we also let people watch and participate in his freestyle. We should definitely do that again. I'll probably should reach out to him and repeat that experience because it was so much fun. Alex, would you like to share your favorite stream before we
Uh,
get to the questions in the
yeah,
chat?
sure. Yes, of course. So I basically I have 2 favorite streams. One of them is one of the first streams which was made by Studio. It's when the old lady was trying the product, trying to invite her daughter, her grandson, and just trying to ask, please comment me in the chat. And after she clicks on show the message, she was very excited because, oh wow, it works in this way. I didn't expect that. This is so cool. So, and it's one of the best stream I have ever seen, I would say, for past 5 years. And if you're talking about recently streams, I see the guy who was streaming from the chicken plant. So he streamed how chickens basically grew up. So, and it was interesting to see because sometime before you didn't realize that it's possible or it's needed, but yeah, it was very fun, and yeah.
Yeah, that is a beautiful one. I love that. Like, just set up a camera in your little chicken farm and show people how the chickens are born and how they grow. This is such a bonding experience for any kind of nature and animal lovers. I would watch something like that all day. That's beautiful. Super exciting stuff, guys. Lots of great comments in the chat. Guys, keep them coming because we want to answer and address your questions first and foremost. So this is good stuff. Let's go ahead and highlight the Alston question. He has a really good point. He loves Restream. He's been using us for 2 years. Thank you for that. We can't even begin to describe how much we appreciate that. And the question that he has is it possible to have the embed of live video on your website in the future? Because that's the feature that he's really looking forward to. Anyone wants to talk a little bit about the live video embed on the website and how that's coming?
I could take this one.
Definitely.
So currently it's possible to embed a player from the end platform like YouTube or Facebook. but we are working in building something you are looking for. So we will try to build the player which you could embed to your website, for example. Yeah, but it's a secret.
Beautiful. Awesome. Yes. So we're definitely looking in that direction. And there are a lot of requests for the website widgets and embeds. And we are going to bring them to you and they will work great. So Visney is asking about our relationship with LinkedIn. And do you have any influence on what they do and what kind of features they're bringing to LinkedIn Live users? So I'm going to take this one just to keep moving with our great questions today. So we do have, of course, a really good relationship with LinkedIn. Their team is amazing. They are relatively new platform in the world of live streaming compared to others like YouTube and Facebook. So a lot of things they're still kind of figuring out as we go. And they're also a pretty big company. So there's a lot of different moving pieces there. I would recommend you to submit your feature requests, something that you would really like to see on LinkedIn side of things to both LinkedIn and us, especially if that's related to how Restream and LinkedIn work together. And we will definitely keep those in mind because we do meet with that team regularly. We are actually one of the few official LinkedIn live streaming partners. So there are only 4, I believe, companies that they consider as approved partners for live streaming, and Restream is one of them. So we do have pretty close relationship with the team, and we will be happy to bring your ideas and your feedback to them. So just let us know what exactly you would like to see, and we'll do our best to bring it out to you if that's on LinkedIn side of things. And if that's on us, we'll definitely work on that as soon as we learn about this. So thank you for keeping us posted on your needs. I see Ian Anderson Grace here. He's saying hello, exciting to see you all live. And he's saying freestyle rapping sounds difficult. It is very difficult. I don't even know how they do that, but it's amazing. Cool to hear. Features coming soon. That's on our website widget. And Ian is asking, what's your favorite thing about Ukraine? I love that question. Who wants to take the first step in this one? I don't know. Alex, Max, Sergey?
I can start. I really love I really love our river Dnipro. It brings like uniqueness to our city, and how our bridge over that river looks like, how a lot of trees, green trees looks like. So yeah, and the spirit of the city is pretty unique, and I can feel I never felt the same way in other cities. So yeah, and the second one is people here. We are pretty like patriotical, and we love each other. Like yeah, so don't forget to visit Ukraine. It's pretty amazing.
Beautiful. Awesome. Good stuff. Sergey, what about you? Your favorite thing about Ukraine?
Yeah, of course, it's people, first of all, because people makes the country. And among more like concrete things, it's definitely Lviv. It's like very unique city, which like preserving its identity and like how it's looking. So I'm like very recommending to visit it. So for me, it's Lviv.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely go visit Kyiv if you haven't ever been. Alex, what's your favorite thing about Ukraine?
Yeah, so people at first, and on the second place is food. So there are a lot of dishes like borscht, sala, and other stuff. So yeah, I would vote for food for sure. So
You almost stole my answer. I was like, okay, no one is mentioning food. I got this. But I agree with you guys. People, I am such a happy and fortunate person to be able to work with our Kyiv team. They're amazing, enthusiastic, open-minded, and just so passionate people. And the moment I first met this team 3.5 years ago when I joined the company, I was absolutely blown away and in love with how amazing these people are, how supportive they are. Like you feel as part of this team and you know that those folks will never let you down and they got your back and we're all in it together. One team, one dream. And of course, food is just so good. Like, yeah, definitely go visit. For those of you who are interested in history and culture, it's probably a good point to know that Kiev is a very old city. And if you like architecture, like beautiful buildings, churches, museums, it's really, really interesting to see because there's so much history and so much art there. And even contemporary art, if you're into that kind of stuff. Like, Kiev is developing and growing so dynamically. It's becoming a very dynamic European city. I enjoy it big time every time I go. My recommendation would be go in May or September. Those were the two of my favorite months when I went. And May is just so blooming, flowers everywhere, trees are blooming. And in September, it's beautiful fall colors towards the end of September, I believe. So yeah, make a choice, pick your time, and definitely come visit. Beautiful country. I have a lot of questions here that I wanted to highlight. I see that folks from Facebook are saying, we're glad to see you going live, guys. Been Restream user for a year now, and it's been wonderful live streaming experience working alongside with Ecamm. That is true. Restream is also working with a lot of different encoders, such as OBS or Ecamm, Vimix, there's XSplit, there's so many others. So if you are used to using encoders and downloadable software for going live, you can still connect it to Restream and take advantage of our multi-streaming options, which is beautiful. Good to hear. So lots of comments of thank you guys. Keep it a secret. Definitely, Alston, please don't let us down. don't share it with anybody just yet. Ian is saying, I'm really excited about the new embed option. I want it for my special live page. That's a great idea to have a live page on your website. And Ian is also saying the LinkedIn live team is very responsive. If you have any feedback, that's the response to listener from LinkedIn. She's saying, thanks, Anya. And Elson is saying, got approved for LinkedIn a week ago and tried Restream 2 times and it worked perfectly. Thank you so much. This is music for our ears. Jim is saying, sorry, just joining. No worries, guys. This is a dynamic live conversation. Everyone is joining, and everyone is welcome to add their questions and comments. So Jim is actually asking a really good question. I'm a pro user. Do my guests need a paid account to pair? The answer to this question is no. We are bringing pairs for your guests for free. So as long as you are on the paid account, your guests get to pair for free, even if those paired channels are traditionally paid, such as Facebook pages or groups. So yes, once you are a paid user, your guests get to pair for free, and it's a very easy process for them. They just click a couple of buttons. There's a 3-step process. They give us their email address, connect the channels, and voila, you go live on their social platforms in addition to your own. Ian loved our food response. LOL, so important. But people is a great answer, and it's a combination. Great food is meant to be enjoyed with great people, and this is my typical Ukrainian experience. I have to say. Elson said, I love pairs, but can we have option to edit the event description and title when pairing? Like for some events, we like to keep one stream, but I would like to change the text specific to my audience. Elson, you already have that option. Whenever you pair your channels as a guest, you can go to edit section of your event card, and then you can edit each specific channel, and you can update your title as well as your description and even your thumbnail if you wish to do that. So that's something that I do all the time when I am pairing, when I'm being a guest on someone else's interview, because a lot of times they will have something like, this is a live show of ABC, and I would change it to my interview with ABC, something like that. So it's already available for you. Please play with that, and if you don't find that option, just contact our 24/7 support chat. They'll be able to help you out and guide you through this. So definitely changeable titles and descriptions are available for paired channels and guests. And Ian is saying, replying to Alston, I might be misunderstanding what you're asking, but you can definitely change the title and description for each destination. So yes, social proof happening right now. Ian is saying, Restream is amazing for Amazon Live. Will you be looking at a simpler integration? I know that now Amazon requires to update an update on their end. So currently Amazon Live is a custom RTMP destination. Anything you guys can say on that side of things? Are we planning to bring in Amazon Live as an API integration?
So currently we don't have any updates.
On the Amazon Live side of things. Yeah. But we're definitely looking into that direction. So it's, again, Amazon is a big company, so things are moving accordingly, not very fast, but we know that we have a lot of traction with Amazon. A lot of our users are enjoying streaming to Amazon Live, so we definitely have the connection and conversations with the team there. And as soon as we're ready, we will definitely bring it out to you. If you want to help us and speed up the process, let the Amazon people know. Message the Amazon Live team and say, hey, we would love to be able to restream to this, and hopefully that will also send a good message to them. Jim here is asking, when are you speaking in Dallas? That's actually after tomorrow, Saturday, 9 a.m. That's a small event for video. It's called Video Marketing World. We're going to be talking about how to use live video to elevate your brand voice. And I will be your speaker there. So I hope to see you and meet you in person. So exciting. Elson says, whoa, thank you, Ian Anderson Gray, the team for answering. Can't believe I missed that option this whole time. Thank you. Well, this is why we're here today, right? Let's clarify anything that you might have not seen just yet. And we are going to continue this tradition and do this every month, I believe. Different teams. Definitely, we got you back, says Facebook user. You guys should be able to actually give us the permission to see your names. We'll actually share this in the comments to the stream. Ian is saying, with pairs, it's a good idea to remind your guests that they should update the title and description to make it more for them. Absolutely. Good idea. When you are building your checklist for your guests, that's a great point to add to that. And says, sorry, I keep on asking secret questions. You're going to have to kill me. None of that is a secret. Yeah, Pairs is definitely giving you the ability to change the titles. That's great that we shed some light on that. And yeah, awesome. Jim is saying, I was hoping to attend. I believe you can also watch that event virtually. Good stuff. I guess we will wrap this up with one set of personal questions. So we continue the traditions of get to know the people behind the product and the brand. So my question to you guys will be, what do you guys like to do with your free time? Any hobbies, any personal interests that you would like to share? So when you're not building Restream, what are you doing? Let's start with Max.
Yeah, so definitely my choice is open source and sports, because I love to make my skills are better and help others at the same time. So it's pretty good choice for people who are looking for self-improvement and help improving the world. So yeah, and for sure it should be sports, because you should feel like healthy. You participate, compete in other disciplines. So yeah, that's my things. What I do outside of Restream in my spare time.
Awesome. I think I'll share another secret. When I was in Kiev, I remember that you, Max, and our CEO actually went to did a little boxing training together. So you were introducing our CEO Alex Kuda to boxing, and he was like, "Oh, this is great! I would love to practice with you." That was really exciting experience to me, because yeah, that's very Restream way, right? Let's box as a CEO. Really fun.
Yeah, we were fighting, but it was for fun. So yeah, just only happy emotions. Yeah. So.
Yeah, good stuff. Awesome. Alex, what about you? What's your passion outside of Restream passion?
So I'm trying to find time for my family and for my friends as well. So if you're talking about sports, it definitely will be basketball. So I'm trying to find time to play with my friends. And also I play football sometimes, but not very often.
Awesome. Good stuff. Good stuff. Sergey, how about you?
Yeah, it's an interesting topic because, the situation when your work is your hobby and your hobby is your work. Because that's how it's about Restream and Studio. It's so exciting to develop that sometimes you just can go and do something else. But I'm trying. So when I'm trying, I'm usually or running, for instance, or hiking in wilderness. For some reason at night. Usually I don't know why. Yeah, and the other point I love to do is some riding on the mountain bike with my friends. We usually go somewhere very like far away from the city, so like some extreme detours, but it's when time permits.
Awesome. Awesome. I did not know about the mountain bike, but I'm definitely in the hiking and running club with you here. So when I'm not working on Restream, I run 2 to 3 times a week. And actually, at Austin office, we have a tradition to go on the run with our CEO. So not only boxing, he's not only getting to get boxed with these guys, but he also gets to run with our team around trail here in Austin, Texas. And we are that kind of like became our Wednesday activity. So I definitely love running and hiking. Traveling is my big passion. And out of all things, before the pandemic, I used to do Ukrainian folk dance. So some of you might know that, but yeah, I did. I did participate in a small like dancing group here in Austin, Texas, and we did like Ukrainian traditional dance. Definitely inspired by the people I met in Restream and in Ukraine. So that was fun. There are a lot of beautiful comments out here. Thank you so much, Jim, for wanting to meet me and learn. That's so cool. I will definitely find a way to meet in person at some point. There are so many requests about the official Restream boxing streaming. Guys, we are in the wrong business. We need to think about that. Maybe we need to start our own sports channel when we're boxing and streaming it live.
Oh
Ian
my.
seconds that. You should do a live stream team boxing competition. I'm going to lose it so badly. Oh my God. Lots of smiling faces. The dream to work at what you love. Yes, when you work at what you love, you partly you work all the time, but also you never work a single day, right? Like because what you do is your passion. Anya's hiking photos are always amazing. Thank you guys. Yeah, I love those things. And then there's one more question from Facebook. Hi guys, when pairing channels, can you and your guests see the maximum viewers from all the channels, or is it just your own channels and not the paired ones? Good questions for Sergey. Sergey, what would you say about that? Because
Yeah,
I know you were the view counter guy who was helping me out with that, and I'll let you
yes,
take that first.
yes. We actually tweaked it a lot to have a best fit for all users. So right now, the hosts able to see all viewers, but guests will be able to see like on their own channels. So that's the way it works right now.
Yes. So if you're a guest, you do not see the views from all the channels because currently we're kind of like thinking how to wrap up around the privacy issues, right? Like, do we want to ask every single guest if we should show their views or not? But as a host, you do see the aggregation of all views, similarly to how you see all the chats coming from all channels. So hopefully that helps. Let us know what you think about it, and would you like to see things like more views as a guest? Would you as a host be comfortable if your guests could see all the view counters from different channels? Let us know. We'd love to get your feedback and think about how we could implement that in the product. Thank you guys. All right, as we wrap up, I would like to thank you, Alex, Max, and Sergey so much for jumping into this adventure with me. This is actually the first team that went live for our behind the scenes series. The next team is going to be marketing. This is going to be exciting. But I really appreciate your courage and like how you were brave and happy to do this with me, for sharing your stories, for sharing your passions and your experience with Restream. And big thank you for all the viewers who showed up today, who asked their great questions, made comments, said nice things about Studio that makes our day, makes us happier and more productive. So, any last words for our community, except for waves and love?
Yeah, I just want to thank you all of you for joining us. It was really fun to talk with you and answer your questions. I hope it was really helpful for you, and it was really helpful for us too, because we love to be closer to each other and help each other make us stronger. So thank you. And do anyone have other last words?
I have only one, so please keep secrets.
Please keep secrets. Anything we said on this stream is very intimate. It's just for you guys. That's awesome. Thank you, Alex. Good reminder. Sergey, any last wishes for our
Yeah,
community
I
today?
just want to thank everyone for like being here. It's amazing to see feedback and like talk with people. So thank you very much.
Thank you again, and keep streaming and being awesome. We're gonna roll the studio intro next and see you in the months with the next Restream team behind the scenes.
Bye.